Hello, Aries. Welcome back to There's That Tarot, Aries. I'm supposed to come on a lot earlier today, but that's life. Okay. I heard it comes and goes. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jess. Hey, Sean. Thank you for being here. Hey, Blunt Tarot. Hey, Miss Aries. Hey, Keys. So let's see, y'all. Hey, it's Allie. Hey, Millie. Hi, Danny. What's up, everybody? Buonasera. So let's see. One day at a time. This song has been like plaguing me in a good way. It's called Caution by Bob Marley, and it talks about how, like, the core message is that life's journey is full of ups and downs, hazards. And he talks about it being slippery and wet and slippery conditions, warning listeners to tread carefully to avoid tumbling down. And it's just such a groovy ass song. And the first card is the Two of Cups and the Judgment. Some of y'all may want to listen to that song or read along the lyrics to that song, because that song could be very. Why am I hearing the word advantageous? It doesn't feel like it makes sense with what I was trying to say, but what is that about? I was gonna say there could be a message there for you. Give me a second, Aries. You know how they say, now you see me, now you don't? I feel like this is advantageous for you because you see the caution sign. Caution, the road is wet. Something, 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 something. Like, I think that's why I always tell y'all my daddy said knowing is the advantage. Knowing gives you the choice. If I give you all the information, you can make an educated decision. And I feel like this is advantageous for you guys to catch this lesson so that you can have the advantage. And it's not about trying to get over or anything like that, but imagine how many people wouldn't be a victim if they knew. You know, is that being manipulative, or is that too much like right, you know? So some of you guys may have a very subtle way of getting your message across. Subtle yet powerful way of getting your message across. I feel like Because this says, I'm doing my best and I'm doing it slow. But there's just one thing I would like you to know. Are you the one giving this message to someone, Aries? And this could be someone in your family. This could be someone in a relationship with you. It looks like marriage, family here. Could even possibly be work relationships, but why is this popping up? Because you got the Hierophant, the Two of Cups, and the Four of Wands. All of the relationship cards are here. But the Nine of Cups is in the reverse. Why? Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Did somebody walk out on you, or did you walk out, or what happened here? Caution, the road is wet. Something that someone does or did, especially if it's like a storming out type of thing, it puts you at an advantage. So imagine me and you get into it, and I'm like, "Ah, fine, I don't need this anyway." And then I just walk out, like, don't even really try to, I don't know, fight for it or whatever. And then as soon as I walk out, someone comes in and offers like everything that you've ever wanted. There's something like that here. Or as soon as you walk out, you get the call. Or as soon as I walk out, you get the call back from a job that you were like, I've been waiting on this call back for months. And it immediately takes your mind off of me. There's something like that that's happening for you. And it's so interesting because on this Eight of Cups card, you see this caution sign in the middle of this like explosive little symbol there. And he's just kind of like storming out on this person. They got the food on the table. They ain't even ate yet. He's just storming out. Where is he going? Ooh, doesn't want you to know that. With the Ace of Swords in the reverse. This doesn't have to be a man. This could be a woman. Take it how it resonates, but Ace of Swords in the reverse. Oh, this is somebody that's walking away because look, there's other fish in the sea. But is this the sea or is this a fish tank? Somebody feeling real confident right now, like I'm that, right? I feel like somebody's kind of feeling themselves. Oh, there's plenty fish in the sea. Who needs Aries? Take it how it resonates. This could be the other way around. Somebody may even have their eye on someone in particular. But they have I feel like this person had their sights set on you, but this is someone who lets a lot of people get into their head. There could be one person in particular that really gets into this person's head when it comes to you. So, okay, I'm kind of getting a scenario of, man, you shouldn't be dealing with Aries no way, because this and that and that and this. What are they saying about the Aries? This could be somebody who's like, people may feel like somebody's like super in love with you. But there's someone in this person's head saying, "Oh, you can do better. You can do better than the Aries." Because they see that their friend, family member, whoever is like really worried about oh, the Aries doesn't love you and this and that. How do you feel about this person that's coming up? The World card. Have y'all been like, have y'all already gotten some kind of like wake up call about this or like instruction? You know how you feel led to do a particular thing? Is this the advantageous energy here? Because you got the world and the instruction card. Whenever I see this instruction card, it's almost like, okay, Spirit said this. Spirit said the world. The world represents closing of chapters, endings. I'm hearing agreements. So because I'm hearing agreement, because I'm seeing these two people shake hands in this card next to the instruction card, I feel like this situation may be over your head at this point. That's what it looks like. It's almost like you can't afford to move forward on something. This is like your I don't know, maybe you're asking to try to get something funded by a company and they're like, or how can I say this? It's like we can take you, but I don't know about this other person over here. But we do like you, we'll take you. It's like you're not posing a threat, but someone may be posing a threat here. And it could be just a matter of they have not changed. They're going, somebody could be going back to their old ways or something like that. This could be God saying, Aries, Aries. It's something like that going on in your reading. Because someone is getting in another person's head and they're taking the bait. They're taking the bait real bad. But why are you being instructed? Is someone telling another person in your life not to deal with you? When in reality, it poses more of a threat to your life if you deal with them. Whether it's because they keep up third party shit or whether it's because of that thing on the back of the wall. And it's like these people down here having a good time and they don't even realize the danger that's lurking. When you wear the slippery, when it's damp, it's cramping. Caution, the road is wet. Because this is like a Beauty and the Beast type of situation. The Empress, imagine sitting at home pregnant and this was your, you know what I'm saying? Your significant other living their best life. This doesn't have to even be about pregnancy, but this is like a very big difference in lifestyle at the least. Quality over quantity is what it's given. Or just like good girls, bad boys, good bad girls. I don't, however it goes. It's like I don't think you two mesh very well. Okay, it's like the energy that's created. It's like a negative and a positive. And it would decenter you and this Empress energy. It would decenter you from you, right? And you are the best thing going in this scenario. I promise you that. And what would become the center of this situation would be what this person hasn't addressed. And why would you leave this fruitful energy for everything to be pointed to something that in the end won't matter at all? I don't know what this, because there's and the thing that's not being addressed, of course, is someone's not actually making a choice. So if this is romance, this is not somebody that's been committed. This is somebody who has like a daily task list and they make sure, okay, text check, dinner check, this check, you know, and this person's probably real gadgety, they like gadgets. And but something deep, much deeper, don't feel right about the situation. Everything's done, the bills are paid, this is that, that is this. Oh, the kids are healthy. Okay. Why do I have no peace? That's the energy. Oh, they said all of the right things. Well, it's missing. Like there's been something missing, and your spirit knows that. And what's happening is I feel like you're finding this out, and that's the advantage, is that you know. Because what you didn't know was bothering you, and it would have continued to bother you. And that's why that caution song's been plaguing, because I'm like, and it's not, like I said, not even in a bad way, because none of this actually feels bad. This feels like what would have happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you could, I don't know, it's kind of giving premonition, but you actually get to avoid what happens in that vision. That's kind of what this is giving. We are the trophies. We are what they find. Oh, I can't see. These glasses don't let me see like I should. He said they're not gonna find another one like you. People are very unique, you know, and you could be a very, you survived a lot of things. You said he did us a favor by leaving. You see that now? You could have survived a lot of things. Like there's trouble. I know y'all hear it every day. If you watch the news, if you scroll just for a minute, you gonna see something that's like, wow, people are really going through stuff like this. And what you need to be thankful for is that I don't feel like I'm talking to those Aries who have. It's not to say that you've never been through anything. I do feel like you survived a lot, but you have not seen a lot of the troubles. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I feel like there's a lot that you've been protected from. And hey, what's a sad goodbye to remember, to having to wake up every day knowing that you survived the tragedy from somebody that you could have just said goodbye to. You know what I'm saying? Like something feels like that. This feels like a bullet dodged. But I don't know. Let's see what is this actually talking about. Cause look at this card, Aries. That's why this song been ringing in my head. Accident. Do you see that at the bottom? That says caution right there where my nail is, or in the middle. I think it's the middle word. Tell us how you really feel, Spirit. What's this about? Sometimes you get mad because you stubbed your toe and now you got to deal with that pain for like, I don't know. How long does it hurt when you stub your toe? About a good 3 minutes of like, I don't know, 2 minutes of like that throb. And then you just got to be careful for the rest of the day. Something could have been so much worse. I'm telling you, like, please don't be mad at that little throb that you got. That little throb was shit compared to what could have happened. Like dangerous. Now I'm seeing danger seen and unseen. Tell me about this cord. For some of y'all, this is about a connection in your life. The Lovers. Or a connection in someone else's life. Who they still feel confused about. You know, like this is like I'm so sorry. Some of y'all could be in a relationship and it's like your person's not over somebody else. This is if you're in a relationship or like if you're in a dating situation or something like that. But again, how do you feel about this person? Because this is like somebody else's business popping up here. This is someone who is not on your list. You have a list? What are you doing right now, Aries? Because I feel like a lot has been going on. This could be as simple as, let's say, like finding out somebody's married or like has a baby on the way. Something like they didn't tell you, which is like, yeah. And it's early enough to just be like, it was so interesting getting to know you. And then you just like leave. Now I shot the sheriff again. It's like, okay, well, I got a baby on the way, but I'm not married. Like, yeah, but your entire life is about to change. And I'm out of here. It's something like that. Is that how it was? It's like you didn't think that I mean, depending on what your intention is for a person, so, like life changing events is something that usually is communicated depending on what your intentions are for that person, situation, whatever. I just feel like something would have been easier if it were communicated. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you were the person that would like blow up the city. Even though people may assume that about you, Aries. Child, that'd have to be about your kids or something. Then it's up completely. But over some trivia, this looked trivial. Like whatever this is, look like it was so interesting getting to know you. You know when you ain't got nothing good to say. This was so interesting. Oh no. My Uber is on the way, but this was Very interesting. No crashing out all 2026. Yeah, we're not crashing out this year. I promise you, this. If you crashed out over this, I'm gonna find you and slap you, and then I will go on back to the airport and go home. Cause what was the confusion over here? It's like someone was confused about a Queen of Cups in the reverse. What were they confused about if the Queen of Cups is in the reverse? If that person wanted to be with them too, why does this come up in your reading though? Because you could have pushed this person away, but you saw what this person had in their hand when they was coming. Okay, imagine somebody coming to you, they got a whole bunch of work in their hands. Like it looked like whatever they coming with is about to really be time consuming. Okay. He said all the lies he was telling. This person had a playbook as heavy as 3 encyclopedias. Look what he's showing up with. He or she, take it how it resonate, right? They showing up like this. Like, well, can you help me? And you're like, no. Do you see me working? And so then they said, well, let me go over here and see what's going on, to the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And I said, well, how do they feel about that person? And they like, I don't know. I just got to think about it because, you know. And so why the 7 of Cups? Because they like, well, I got this offer. What the hell is this person's intentions? For you, well, before you knew the truth, or before you know the truth, what was this person's intentions? What did I say, Aries? Who I'm talking to? You need to go take a pregnancy test or do something. Did you say need you a place to stay? It's given. It's given because it's like, okay, this person's intentions is to, their plans was to get over this other person and just not worry about it. But why though? Because if you're confused about this person, why now you're not worried about them? It's very schemy. It's like, oh well, that's not working. Boom. Because I saw like this chessboard in front of whoever this was, and they're like, okay. So it's like, what is this person mapping out? Like, what's the end goal? Whoever this is showing up as the emperor in the reverse, right? It's kind of giving. You know how I be telling y'all don't trust people that's struggling. Everybody who's struggling, I'm not saying is a bad person, but you are in a different, your mind different when you struggling than when you not. Period. You're not gonna tell me who gonna fight with me. So that's why people are like afraid to pull over and help people who are walking on the road. You're not gonna sit here, don't talk to me and tell me that you ain't never been like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. Cause you don't know. You got kids to get home to. You got you alive too. You know, and it would be nice. It would be in a perfect world we could just go around helping people, but I don't know when the last time been perfect. So That is what I'm saying here. That's the energy here. It's like you don't know if you should pick this person up. Okay, you don't know, or maybe that's how you always kind of felt. And it's like person's intentions is like it's giving control, like trying to keep everything under control, trying to make something happen, but running into a lot of obstacles. So it's like this person is not on the up and up. And I don't know if it's because they're not a good person or because they're not in a good position. Either way, this person was trying to position you as like, you remember I said, imagine being at home pregnant and your person out living their best life, being controlled by the devil. Because did you see that devil on the back on the wall? It's like being controlled by their urges and child, no self control, no. Like imagine, imagine. It's kind of like how everybody felt when Bobby Brown got Whitney Houston pregnant, and everybody's like, "Well, Whitney was the problem." Who knows? Who knows? Whitney was a superstar, like super duper star. How do you know what her life was actually like? You know what I mean? How stressed out would you be if 30,000 people was waiting on you right now? I don't know. We gonna take it how it resonate, but y'all know how I feel about Whitney. Can't nobody talk about Nippy to me. But anyway, we're just talking about how people felt. We're just talking about how people felt about that dynamic, okay? And you never know. And it's so interesting that the song Slave Driver is playing right now. Because he says, Slave Driver, the tables have turned. Catch your fire before you get burned. I'm just like, what is this reading? Somebody, this is all the same person. Okay. You look like a meal ticket. I don't know if it's meal ticket, perfect parent. Like, this is like, okay, somebody's positioning people in their life. This gonna be the dude that pay the bills. This gonna be the one that I F on here and there or whatever. This the one I make moves with. Something like that. Or this is the girl that I want to have my kids. This is the girl that right? And of course, if somebody's positioning, we're not talking about running a company, okay? Because this person is showing up as the emperor in the reverse. So if it is, it's like some shady business, shady dealings there, or they're just a shady person. We talking about, I'm not thinking about how you would feel if you knew that this was the position that I'm putting you in. I'm talking about doing it against your will and or knowledge for my benefit. The fuck? Ooh, we're not cussing on the channel no more. um And with that type of effort, who said, damn, that's a lot of work? That's a lot of work, right? And imagine if you took that effort and that amount of time and energy, um, threw some money into some education and like did shit the right way. You wouldn't need all the people. You wouldn't need all them people to manipulate and eventually lose. Imagine if you just did what you were supposed to do. So crazy. you know. You say you was wondering why all the you're such a good mama. I promise you. Baby, people know. People know. People know. People know. I think about Frank Lucas and how he wanted to have like a good girl in the end and how much he ended up damaging her. Cause it's like you can't go from being like knocking people down in broad daylight in the middle of the street to, oh, let me go comfort myself within my virgin that takes care of my home. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, you're going and you're dumping trash onto a beautiful a white Persian rug. That's what's happening. You're just going and skeeting motor oil all over it. Especially if you don't plan on matching that energy, you're using it as an energy source. And eventually it runs out. Kind of like the movie. What's that movie called? With Demi Moore and the other girl. Where she wanted to be young again and she kept like extracting youth from her old body so she could continue to be young. That's what it's like when somebody comes in, takes your energy, and doesn't replenish it. Because he put her in a big house. He put her in a big house. He put mom in the house and all that kind of stuff. And she didn't have the substance. Thank you, Dasuki. She didn't have, she did not. And then he ended up losing everything. And didn't she leave? Or I don't know. I just remembered that part of the story where it was like, now I've done all of these terrible things and now I deserve to have something pure in my life. And it's like, that's not how. I mean, in a perfect world in this person's mind, it's gonna work out like that. But these movies depict real life, and then that's actually a real story. The Frank Lucas story is actually a real story. So it's like, what do you think? You think people are making this shit up? You think people are making this up? Where it's like they make the money and they do all the illegal things and they live the high life, and then everybody ends up going to prison or unalived. You live by the sword. I don't have to keep going down this road. So somebody like could be having a pretty. What's happening now? It's like somebody. This says I knew exactly what I was doing. I got fake flexing, acts rich, listens to other people, wants to backtrack after making an impulsive decision. Whatever, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Because look at how this person stormed. Baby, this person was confident that something was gonna work out after they stormed out. Okay. And then now because now the Eight of Cups is showing up in the reverse in this spread because somebody was not interested in what somebody was talking about. Didn't I say the Queen of Cups was in the reverse? I have to do this and y'all just relax, okay? Because it's all resonating right now. And I feel like the lesson that's happening here for somebody, because the thing about it is you could do a whole lot of team in life, but you can't escape. Like you can run all over the world, but you can't run away from yourself. You can't run away from your decisions. You cannot get away from God. So good luck with that. But if I were you, I would be trying to get as close as possible. Thank you so much, Hallelujah, for the 5. I appreciate the super chat. Me personally. But I'm just thinking about how Bob Marley, because this song War is playing right now. And reggae music is very healing for me. So if you get tired of me talking about it, I don't know. So he said, until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, everywhere is war. I feel like the law is being laid down to someone. It's like you cannot occupy levels until you obey the instructions in which to get there. Until this is this way, until your heart is in the right place, until this, until that, it's gonna be war. So it's something like that that's happening in this reading. And this person could be experiencing this in the north, south, south, east, west of their life. Is chaotic, and it's like you have to be careful what is governing your life and what is governing your decisions. I am not here to preach to you, honey, but I feel like that's what's happening. It's kind of giving like somebody's being visited by the ghost of Christmas past, and it's like, bitch, excuse me, you have to get it together. It's something like that. It's like until your heart and your mind and all of that is in the right place, you're not going to get the result that you're looking for. You can't go around unallowing people in broad daylight and being running one of the biggest, you know, rings and all that kind of. You can't be Frank Lucas and then be like, all right, I think I think I'm ready to go to church. I'm not saying that you can't go to church, but I'm just saying like eventually the devil comes to collect because we all it whips around. So it knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. And it's so interesting that the song that's playing now is called Justice. This is too much. So this person knew exactly what they were doing. What would that be? It's like they were I'm telling you, they had the chess pieces because whoever they ran off to, what position did the position that they have in mind for that person? That's just it's so interesting. Ooh, ooh, they had high hopes for this one. So it's like imagine somebody wanting to impregnate you and marry somebody else. Or hopefully you ain't doing this to nobody, Aries. For shame. For shame. Grow up. No. But yeah. And what? You're supposed to like sideline their like are you invited to family dinners or like do they treat your kid like what exactly what they what when they say I knew exactly what I was doing. Oh my god. The sketch. This is somebody that saw the Mona Lisa. They think of something priceless and valuable. And they was like, all right, so boom. Like they really downside. Like you not about to walk into the Louvre and just take the Mona Lisa. Somebody their mind was too small to know what they had planned. You know what I'm saying? Imagine somebody because I'm picturing the equalizer. Like imagine somebody walking into a diner thinking they about to rob this place. And the equalizer is sitting over in the corner looking like an old man just chilling. Wrong restaurant. Wrong restaurant. Okay. And for some of y'all, the equalizer is your spirit guides. Wrong house, baby. I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Not even. I'm going to give you 1 second to change your mind. Or I'm about to air this bitch out. That's how your spirit guides. This is a warning. Let it go. Let this one go. That's how it's like your spirit guide standing there like Denzel, like. Okay, that's what we thought. I thought you was gonna turn around. You saw the movie, didn't you? Look at you. So it's something like that. This person's intentions was sketch. And is this you too? It's like you were on somebody's checklist. I'm telling you, like you looked good. I don't know if you was the one that looked good on paper and they wanted to have kids with somebody. I got to go. This is terrible. That's why when you showed up, the world showed up too. And maybe that's the point. When you show up, the world shows up too. And it's like, did you really feel like you was finna get one over on the equalizer? Because it's not, that is a different type of skill that that man has, okay? And you got to be out of your body to react that fast. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know how when people get in like crazy accidents, they talk about people like they wake up in the hospital and they're like, "Where's the person who was helping me?" Have y'all ever heard those stories? Like, where was the person who was talking me through everything? And the doctors are like, "We don't know who the hell you were talking about. There was nobody else on the scene." And they're like, "No, no, 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 the lady in the red sweater." I got chills all over my body right now just talking about this. But like, you're like, "No, no, 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 the lady in the red sweater. What you talking?" And they're like, "Baby, wasn't nobody there but you." And you're like, "Okay." And I forget what they call it, but it's basically angels that's saying, "It's not your time, baby. You go on back up, move away from the light." And, then the person wakes up and, they have this crazy testimony, right? I feel like y'all, not that, God forbid, we're not talking about no accidents, but I'm saying just the things, the dangers seen and unseen, the things that you've been protected by, the way that you've been guided and just covered is very prominent in this reading. hmm So something is done. The world and the Nine of Pentacles, and you are doing just fine, or you will be, and you won't be sitting on somebody's couch, you know, feeling heavy and pregnant. This look way. I don't know. It depends on what you want. Some people want kids, but I don't know if a lot of people would want to do that alone while their partner is like, that's not ideal. So this looks a lot more ideal than that. Okay. Even if it's not about, being pregnant and your person is out being an asshole. It's more so about like, because God see the future that you can't see. God see the future that you can't see. And that could have, maybe this person, they direct intention wasn't to do you like that, but it's something that could have eventually happened to you. So it's something like that, okay? And everything is fine. And look at you. On your way up. You know what? You remember I said going toward the light? It's so crazy that this card came out. And your spirit guide said, go on back down there. You're not done. Why you start reaching for the light, Aries? And this could have been, you know what happened though? You could have been going through your own Ghost of Christmas Past. And it's like the spirit guides are like, all right, if you want to go down this road, look at you. Mattress on the floor, kids running around, daddy gone. It's something like that. Like God shows you that scenario, then he shows you this scenario, then he shows, and here you are reaching for the light, like, well, shoot, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice over here with y'all, with the spirit guides. Like, it's vibey over here. But then they're like, no, you're not ready to come over here. But you are. It's like by the time you wake up, you remember when the Scrooge, because some of y'all could have been a bit of a hermit lately. You remember when the Scrooge, he was all ready to go outside and be nice to people and shit. This gonna be y'all when y'all wake up out of this dream. For some of y'all could have been in a situation with a Scrooge, because when I saw the what is it called? Well, the Ebenezer Scrooge story. There's another one that came out in like 2011. It's an animated one. It was pretty good. It was pretty dark though. It wasn't like a musical like the other ones that I've seen. It was more like the real story of Scrooge. And he was so effing mean that he pushes, he said something like so rude to his wife. I can't remember what it was, but it's very rude. Okay. So some of y'all could be getting out of a situation like that. Like somebody could have pushed you away, because they just didn't get it. Because that's what it was in the movie. It was like he was so worried about his bottom line that he lost everything. And it's like, what do they say? What does it mean to gain the world and lose your soul? Like, so whether this person has money or whether they don't have money, the soul is the problem. The soul is the problem. The mentality is the problem. Money doesn't make you anything. Money can make you a lot of things, whether it's the abundance of or the lack thereof. And it's something wrong with somebody's mind. That's the problem. So, oh God, and it's like that. Look at the devil coming out in the reverse now. You remember? You was like, I'm not finna. What am I gonna do? Sit on the coffee table and talk to y'all? I promise you, this person ain't got that much to go around. So it's just something like that, Aries. And you have removed yourself, or you have dodged a situation. Like this could have been one date. And we had to spend 51 minutes on this because you need to know how much God loves you. Okay? Because there was I told y'all about the girl who ended up going out on a date with Ted Bundy, and she got there and her spirit was so vexed that she didn't even make it through dinner with him. She said, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she went and called her sister or called somebody. And she was like, girl, you need to get me the out of here. I don't know what it is. My spirit is irked. And I think either a few months, few years later, she saw like national news, Ted Bundy, the whole ordeal. And she's like, baby, I would have dropped to my knees. Oh, that's when you know God got a plan for you, honey. God got a plan for you. And it's so interesting how the song Forever Loving Jah is playing. Do not lean upon your own understanding. I'm telling you, God is like, let me get you up out of here. Okay. So glad she trusted her instinct. Can you imagine? Ay, Dios. So let's do it for who's not supposed to be here this long, but maybe this is what's going on. So are you overcomplicating things, Aries? Or should you just follow the instructions? Okay, I feel like that you're having like a light bulb moment. This could be in terms of career and finance, but I feel like it's kind of like stretching across the board of your life. Have you been overcomplicating things? Because often the solutions are a lot simpler than you think. It's time to clean up both personally and professionally for the fresh start that you need. This is what you're being instructed to do. Both professionally and personally. Didn't I say we're gonna stretch across your life? Focus on your basic needs when spending and saving money as well. We're thinking investments, not liabilities, and just don't be frivolous with your money. Don't be frivolous with your time. If it's not flowing, either like let's say there's something you're trying to get done in business, sometimes you gotta set it, not necessarily set it and forget, but kind of set it and forget it. You need it's something about you prioritize. Okay, if I'm getting resistance there, let me go focus on this. But I gotta keep this in mind. We're coming back to it. But if it's not one of those type of things that you need to come back to, let that shit fall. It's something about like not going against the grain where it don't need to be gone against. Okay. Some stuff is falling out of your life because because God said so. With the Hierophant and the Tower. And we not about to argue with him. Okay. Or her. I really want y'all to take time to show gratitude. Because I'm telling you, the same way that lady looked up and saw the news and said, "Oh my God." Hopefully it ain't nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's scary just to even know that you came that close. Ah, but everything in life has its purpose, okay? So if something is moving, if someone is leaving, if something is changing, honey, I will hold no harbor, no resentment, no ill feelings, no anger towards you at all. From now on, I send you love, and we'll be forever loving y'all. That's the energy of your reading. That's the energy of your reading. Anything else for Aries, and then we're gonna close it out. Justice. That's it. That's it. You're being pointed that way, okay? Or that way. Your justice is being ruled in your favor, Aries. And you're gonna be met with the things that you need. Travel plans too. If some of you guys were going for something regarding travel, foreign travel, getting approved for travel, getting approved for a move, there is a resounding yes there for you. Ooh, we like good news right at the end. So that's it. Like, share, and subscribe if this resonated. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.